All right, so we got to talk about Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. I mean, if there was ever a director who was born to make a movie, it's this guy making this story. Seriously. This is the man who made us feel for monsters our entire lives. He gave us Pan's Labyrinth, The Devil's Backbone. He made us fall in love with a giant fish man in the shape of water and then win and won Best Picture for it. He's the guy who sees the soul inside the creature, you know? So for years, like decades, he's been saying this is his dream project, his bucket list movie. And now it's finally here. He premiered it at the Venice Film Festival, and get this, it gets a 14-minute standing ovation. 14 minutes. People were on their feet clapping for the length of 3 pop songs. That's insane. So the hype is real. And now that the reviews are out, we finally have a picture of what this thing actually is. And it sounds epic and complicated. So let's get into it. First off, the movie is basically split into 2 halves, a real two-parter. The first half is all from Victor Frankenstein's point of view, Oscar Isaac. And his backstory is rough, like really rough. His dad, played by Charles Dance, is this super cold, super cruel doctor who basically tortures him emotionally. He's trying to beat any kind of weakness out of the kid. So Victor's only source of love is his mom, and then she dies. So what does he do? He vows to conquer death itself, as you do. He goes off to medical school, but he's too radical for them. They kick him out because he's literally stitching corpses together trying to bring them to life. But then this rich guy, an arms dealer played by Christoph Waltz, shows up and says, "Hey, I like your crazy ideas. Here's a blank check. Go build your lab." And this is where it gets so cool. Del Toro told Oscar not to play Victor like some quiet, nerdy scientist. He told him to be a rock star. Think Prince or Jimi Hendrix. He said Victor is the rock god of science in his time. So he walks into his lab, and it's not a lab. It's his concert hall. It's his stage. And he's about to put on the show of a lifetime, the creation of life. And then the second half of the movie flips completely. Now we see everything from the eyes of the creature. Imagine just waking up for the first time. You're confused, you're 8 feet tall, you're made of parts of dead soldiers that don't belong to you. You can't talk, you don't know anything. And the very first thing you see is your own father, your creator, screaming in terror and running away from you. I mean, wow. That's your first moment of life, abandonment. So the creature, played by Jacob Elordi, escapes, and he ends up hiding out in a mill on some farm. He's terrified of people because everyone who sees him just screams and tries to kill him. So he just watches. He hides, and through the cracks in the wall, he watches this little family. And he's like a child, you know? He's learning everything from them. He's learning what love looks like, what kindness is, what a family is, just by watching. But he knows he can never, ever be a part of it. He's too monstrous. And then he meets this old blind man, the first human who doesn't scream, the first person who can't see how scary he looks and just talks to him, treats him like a person. And it turns out the old man has a bookshelf. So the creature, this monster, teaches himself to read. He's reading classic literature. He reads Milton's Paradise Lost, and his mind is just blown open. He starts seeing himself in the story. Is he Adam, the first creation, lonely and unique? Or is he Satan, the fallen angel, cast out by his creator? I mean, the depth there, it's incredible. He's becoming more human, more poetic than the humans who hunt him. And of course, there's drama. Oh, there is drama. There's this woman, Elizabeth, played by Mia Goth. And the whole situation is messy. Officially, she's engaged to Victor's younger brother, a little awkward, but you can totally tell that she and Victor have this deep connection, this intellectual spark. But here's the real twist. She's also the only other person who shows the creature any kindness. So she's caught in the middle of this tragic, gothic everything. You know it's not going to end well. So the movie sounds amazing, but it's not perfect according to some people. A few critics said that in that second half, with the creature, the movie gets a little heavy-handed, you know? The music swells up and it's basically screaming, "Feel sad now," instead of just letting you feel it on your own. They said it kind of robs the story of its intimacy. But honestly, it's a Guillermo del Toro movie. Intimate isn't really the point. Grand and epic is the point. And it really makes you think, who is the monster here? Is it the giant creature made of dead parts who can quote Milton and just wants a friend? Or is it the brilliant, handsome doctor who abandoned his own child just because he was scared of him? It's all about parental responsibility, really. It's a story about the worst dad in the world. So at the end of the day, this movie sounds like a lot, in the best way possible. It's huge, it's visually stunning, it's heartbreaking, it's messy. The Oscar buzz is already starting, especially for the screenplay, the makeup, the production design, and for Jacob Elordi. I have a feeling people are going to be talking about his performance as the creature for a long, long time. So, what do you guys think? Does this sound like something you're going to go see in a theater or wait for it on Netflix? For me, the visuals alone sound like they're worth the ticket. It just sounds like one of those movies you don't just watch, you experience. Let me know what you think. Seriously, I can't wait to read your comments on this one. And if you dug this video, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe for more deep dives just like this. Ring that bell so you're the first to know when a new video drops. We've got a lot more to talk about soon. See you in the next one.